I'm flying. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living San Clemente. In the beautiful month of May, we're so glad you're here with us, and we'd like you to join us on our first sing-along song, which is a song by Karen Drucker called What Is Mine to Give? And here we go.
What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? I give it to you.
All right, I'd like to introduce our musicians this morning. We have on guitar, Ed Cusby, right around the pillar there. On bass, Bill Dixon, straight back. And we have a guest drummer this morning, Danny Gordon. I'm Diane King Dan over here at the keys. Our song leaders this morning are the fabulous Kimberly and Wade Woldridge. And our guest soloist is Chris Shelton. So glad to have her with us this morning. Now it's your turn to stretch those legs, stand it up, and join us on one more sing-along song written by our very own fabulous Rick Dale.
If ever I fly, God knows why. The mind that knows all will not let me fall. When I feel blind, God's light shines through you and me as harmony. I am enough. I'm made of God's stuff. I go with the flow, and God lets me know that the balance of life is the dance of love. Though good may seem far, it's near as you are. Though bad may be here, it will disappear. In the middle of this, I have found bliss through you and me as harmony. I am enough. I'm made of God's stuff. I go with the flow, and God lets me know that the balance of life is the dance of love.
And now it's time to meet and greet your neighbor. work your way on back to your seats because we have more singing to do. One more verse coming up. Whenever I fail. Here we go.
Whenever I fail, God fills my sails. And when I succeed, it's not only me, it's the limitless light that makes it all right. Through you and me as harmony. I am enough. I'm made of God's stuff. I go with the flow, and God lets me know that the balance of life is a dance of love.
And one more chorus.
I am enough. I'm made of God's stuff. I go with the flow, and God lets me know that the balance of life is a dance of love.
All right.
Good morning, everyone. As you're finding your seat, my name is Patty Mercado. I'm one of your assistant ministers here. It's my joy and pleasure to welcome all of us to the spiritual community that we are. And so what we do here is we practice that beautiful thing called life and spiritual principle. And one of the most wonderful ways that we get to center and ground ourselves in this presence is with affirmative prayer. So I invite you to join me now. And just allowing our bodies to settle into this sacred and holy moment, taking with us the energy of that beautiful music, of giving of ourselves fully, and immersing ourselves in the awareness and the divine presence. And so what I know is true is that one power, that one exquisite, blissful energy of love is everywhere present. It's everywhere present at all times. It cannot and will not be denied. It is simply the stuff of which life is, for it is life itself. And so I know that in this very moment, there is enough. There is enough love, beauty, joy, creativity, wisdom, infinite possibility. And because I know that this life that is God's life, that is more than enough and is filled with all of that joy and creativity and bliss, I know that it is mine, and I know that it is everyone's. And so I know that we have gathered together today to join in the celebration of love, to recognize and know that that power, that presence is always right here where we are, and we are calling it forth through our own willingness and readiness to experience this joyful, creative energy, this joyful, creative life that is God's life. And so I am so thrilled to acknowledge it and to experience it and to expand my mind in a greater way today. And so I know this service is the vehicle through which each of us does this. We join together in community and in harmony on purpose and with purpose to expand and to know God in a greater way. And I am grateful for this. I'm grateful for the music and the words and the community and everything that brings this into a greater presence of mind, brings my awareness into a greater alignment with it. And I am grateful to know this truth for each and every one of us. And as I release this word, I do so knowing it is released to a power that is for certain, that already is responded to it. And I am grateful to experience it as so. And I let it be, and so it is. And so now, well, our practitioner of the morning is Dr. Jeannie Hounshell, and she will come up and share the affirmation with y'all.
Good morning. What a gorgeous day to be here. Okay, I'll read it and then you read it with me. I affirm that every action I take, every situation I experience, every word I speak, and every thought I have is a reflection of my faith that the universe is conspiring for my good. Wow. Okay, let's do it together. I affirm that every action I take, every situation I experience, every word I speak, and every thought I have is a reflection of my faith that the universe is conspiring for my good. And so it is.
Thank you so much. And now please welcome Chris Shelton.
We were having a little discussion about technology this morning and what we would do without it. So this is, I'm just, first of all, I want to say good morning, and I'm so glad to be back. It's been about a year since I've been here, had some things going on in life, but really happy to be here and see everybody, so thank you. So this is a really cool song called Love Wins by a jazz artist named Bill Contos. So let's go. Dance if you wanna. Yeah. I've heard it my whole life. The nicest guys always finish last. Look out for yourself, they say. The golden rule is just a thing of the past. People say fighting dirty is the only game the world's gonna understand. But not me, not today. 'Cause that's not the way that I play. I know love wins. Love wins, yeah. You could cheat, you could lie, but by and by, love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins. It seems like a cruel world. I read the same morning paper as you. Know these are real hard times. Some people don't even make it through. When it seems like the devil's working overtime and he's got the upper hand, take a look, hold on, 'cause I've read the end of the book. I know love wins. Love wins, yeah. You better listen, my friend, 'cause in the end, love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins. Call me naive, call me a fool. I still believe that love's gonna rule. I say, love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins, yeah, yeah. Can you sing it with me? Love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins, yeah, yeah. One more time. Love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins, yeah, yeah. Love wins.
Chris Shelton.
Gotcha.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Gosh, you guys have such a wonderful band. Thank you.
And please welcome Reverend Heather Dawn Clark.
Good morning. A world that works for everyone, our global vision. And today, the topic is what is mine to do? And it actually comes from the global vision. And what part of it comes from, we see a world in which we are called to conscious action. We see a world where we are called to conscious action. I wonder what kind of world that would be. I know that it means, the person that said this made this famous, it slipped my mind, but you'll tell me. The point between stimulus and response is the point of power. The point between stimulus and response is the point of power. And the point of power is in the present moment. It can be no other place. So that means when something happens, you're always a choice of how to respond. And if we're taking conscious actions, then it's going to be a choice that we chose, something that we're consciously responding to and not unconscious. I've had huge lessons in this week. First of all, I was very pleased that I was the very first person at Darren's birthday party. I was a week early. And then last night I was invited to another birthday party and I left my gift on the counter of my house, and it was in Laguna Hills. So not conscious actions. And when you find out or realize that you have been unconscious in your actions or reactive rather than responsive, the thing to do is just simply begin where you are. Just begin where you are. So in the textbook, Ernest Holmes writes, man's mind should swing from inspiration to action, from contemplation to accomplishment, from prayer to performance. This would be a well-balanced existence. Man's mind should swing from inspiration to action, from inspiration to action, from contemplation to accomplishment, from prayer to performance. So we are it. We are the thing itself. Don Juan said, I want to convince you that you must make every act count, since you're going to be here only a short while. And one of the things that, I'll come back to that. One of the things that we might consider to make every act count is, have we made the journey from our head to our heart? Are the actions coming from a place of love and connectedness? Are they coming from a place of intellect, which is better than, at least you have a chance to think about it, or simply a place of emotional responding? You get to choose. I get to choose. And then we deal with our responses. Darren was talking to me about before service about Dean Slider, who did a workshop for us, and he has 2 books. The newest book, I think, is called The Art of Meditation, but I could be wrong. But his old book is called The Zen Commandments. It's just a tiny little book, and it's filled with such good awareness. And I was reading something about it last night, that he was talking about him, he told us this when he gave his workshop. He was practicing meditation for years and years, but his mind still wandered. He'd still find himself somewhere else in consciousness, wouldn't be present. And that for him, actually doing a moving meditation was better than not to try to sit for long periods of time, although he did that also because he studied with masters. But he was saying that in this article I was reading, that he was in a big hurry, and he was in the subway system in New York City, and he was just in the, that crowd, and he was rushing, and he was not mindful. And he teaches mindfulness. He was rushing and rushing, and he bounded up the stairs to the second floor, and evidently the door was closed, and there was a workman cleaning the window, slowly cleaning the window. And of course, he was on the other side, large man on the other side of this door, so he couldn't just barge through. And he said, when the man wiped, they saw each other. They really saw each other. They looked at each other. And he said, in that moment, there was a realization, number one, that all was well. Number two, that he had been rushing and he hadn't been conscious. It's good to be reminded. Okay. I found this and I thought this was pretty good for this message this morning. Guaranteed ways to miss the hidden God, or how to make mistakes and miss the voice within. Number one, live your life at high speed, no exceptions, run hard. Stay scattered and distracted. The more clutter and activity, the better. Well, okay. 3, take everything personally. Never evaluate, agree. 4, use blame liberally. It's so invigorating. I wasn't responsible, you were. Everything's your fault. Don't laugh, especially at yourself. Stay tied to your past, elevate it to greatness. Live remembering and longing or missing. Why do it halfway? Go for it. 7, use the word because. I can't change because. Because is so little appreciated as a solvent for responsibility. Try using because. This will work. And number 8, never question or think for yourself. Just keep moving and accepting. Refer back to 1 and 3. And 9, continue to think of God as invisible and distant, surely not present in this room, at this moment. Not while I'm reading a book, not while I'm reading the screen, not while I'm sitting in prayer. Every moment. And then 10, reinforce the belief that your life is going to happen soon. This is it. Not yet, but one day, maybe when I'm finished reading. Okay, so Henry James said, live all you can. It's a mistake not to. And what stops us from living all we can? Well, not being in the present moment, living in the past with regret or blame, or living in the fear with future. So I want to apologize to Genevieve Harvey and to Diane Hennessy for 2 different reasons. Genevieve has been ill and and I did not call her or visit her. And I apologize publicly to you, Genevieve. It was wrong of me. Diane, I apologize. I made an executive decision about the flowers that you brought for Darren. I apologize. We can't change the past, but we can do better in the future. We can do better. We can make our place better. People may or may not forgive us for our mistakes. We might have consequences of them, and that's okay. But you will also have blessings of your choices when you come from that present moment. When Doris got back from from Germany and Ireland and all sorts of wonderful places. We had a good visit yesterday, and she was no, I won't say that. I was very happy to see her and Daisy because, as you remember, I fell in love with Daisy and the other little dogs. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm naked. I might be at some level of reality. Anyway, living all you can, it's a mistake not to. So, but what does that mean? It means to live fully in every moment, to be who you really are, to be fully awake and aware, and to give of yourself. When I, when I made the when I made the phone call, I apologized because went to erase the first call I made, which you got second, so it didn't make sense. And because I could not remember whether the talk title, What is Mine to Do, or Mine to Give. And it turns out it's the same thing. What is mine to do and what is mine to give? What is mine to know? Okay. So think about it for a moment. If you were really present, what actions would you take this week? There may be a letter to write, a phone call to make. There may be something toward your vision, toward your dream that you could take the one step toward. But to make that step conscious, to take it consciously, lovingly, kindly. I thought if I looked at you, Doris, I'd remember what it was I was going to say. It was really good. I guess I'm saving it for the next one. Okay, so what actions are you called to do? Um, the one of the things that I've been doing spiritually is I've been writing my vision. Remember Prosperity Plus, those of you who've done it. And we write our visions and write our vision and write our vision. I'm so happy and grateful now that and I've been doing that. And I think that it's been helping me get clear. Aiden's been praying for me that I learn to visualize what I want. And there, I remembered. So we have a responsibility to move forward in consciousness just because we know who we are. Sometimes when we spend a lot of time with people who are not of our teaching, they spend a lot of time going into the past and dwelling in the past. You cannot change the past, but you change the present. You make a decision today that will be better for you and for everyone. So I think I usually don't like to close this way, but I am complete. I'm going to go into prayer. So Diane, would you please set us up?
I will trust in the Spirit. I will open my heart. I will always remember the truth of God that has brought me this far. So lead me on this path of light, and every step I take in faith leads me home to a place where all I know is path of the light, lead me on this path of love. Lead me on, oh my God. Lead me on.
And knowing that that presence is forever leading, is guiding, that one power is forever broadcasting its love, its wisdom to each and every one of us. I speak my word from that place of unity and oneness. I speak this word knowing that I am here on purpose, as each one is. I speak it in the first person for everyone. And if there's anything that doesn't fit for you, just simply let it go. This is what I know is true. I know that I am whole, complete, and perfect, that my body is the temple of the living spirit and is actually spirit dressed up. I know, therefore, that my body is an expression of wholeness, that every tissue, every function, every fiber of my physical body is God in expression, is love made manifest. And I know that this is also true of my mental health and of my memory, that God is constant, present in absolutely everything that I am. I am the wholeness that God is right here, right now. And furthermore, I know that I am the love that God is. I open my heart in forgiveness, in self-acceptance, in humility, and in love. I love in a greater way than ever before, and I am vulnerable to love's call, to love's presence in my life. I accept whatever form that presence comes in, and I give thanks for all of it. And I am very grateful for the wholeness, for the love. I'm grateful for the prosperity that fills my world, expands my consciousness, expands my experiences. I'm grateful for all of it. And I know that I circulate that prosperity and it increases and grows. I expand that prosperity in terms of both my finances, my time, my talent, everything. It's all God. And I give great thanks for the sense of well-being and the sense of prosperity. And I speak this word for creative expression of self, that I am spirit's action and activity. I consciously take action, and the action I take is a blessing to everyone. The actions I take show me the universe is conspiring for me. Show the world the universe is conspiring on my behalf. I allow this wisdom, this love, this presence to make itself known to me, as me, in me. I remind myself that I am enough right here, right now. I remind myself that all is well. I remind myself that we collectively are greater than any of our mistakes, stronger than our past, not bound by precedent, but bound by principle. And knowing that that is so, I just say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for showing up in life every day. With my heart filled with gratitude, I simply release this word to law. It is complete. And please help me anchor it by saying with me, and so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Heather. And please welcome back Chris Shelton.
wonderful talk. Okay, we'll just start. God is not sleeping. No. You've got to believe it. God is not sleeping. No. You've got to believe it. Hold on. It's the only thing I know. Never refuse me. Never deceive me. In the struggles of my life, it's right there inside me. Protect me and guide me. From within come divine words, and those words are in my soul. That's how I know God is not sleeping. No, got to believe it and hold on. Whatever your need is, God is not sleeping. No, 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 no. Everything I am hurt in the corners of the world while we are sleeping. Spirit is working. When the prayers go out, the blessings come down. Yes, it is working. It never stops working. God is not sleeping. No. You've got to believe it and hold on. Whatever your dream is, God is not sleeping. No, 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 no. Everything I am is temporary. Only love is necessary. Everything I am is temporary. Only love is necessary. Everything we own is temporary. Only love is necessary. Everything we are is temporary. Only love is necessary. Necessary, necessary, necessary. Oh. Whatever your dream is, hang on, 'cause God is not sleeping. No, no. Whatever your need is, hang on. God is not sleeping. No, 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 no. Everything I own is temporary. Only love is necessary. Everything I am is temporary. Only love is necessary. Everything we own is temporary. Only love is necessary. Everything we are is temporary. Only love is necessary. Necessary, necessary, necessary.
Chris Shelton.
Thank you. Wonderful band. Thank you.
That was beautiful, Chris. Thank you. And let's acknowledge our band, especially Diane King Van, who is playing one instrument with the right hand, the other one with the left, and Ed Cusby, who, I mean, we're so blessed. Yeah. If the stewards would come forward, please. It's now time for us to share our gifts, our tithes, our offerings. Okay, and take your gift, put it on your heart, feel that love. And repeat after me. Divine love in me blesses and consecrates all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give. I give with love, and I love to give. And so it is.
If you've been thinking you're all that you've got, then don't feel alone anymore. 'Cause with God inside us, then we've got a lot. 'Cause I am the river and you are the shore. And it goes on and on, watching the river run. Further and further from things that we've done, leaving them one by one. And we have just begun, watching the river run. Listening and learning and yearning to run, river, run. Winding and swirling and dancing along, we know there is so much to be. For when we remember the grace that we have, then we are the river and God is the sea. And it goes on and on, watching the river run. Further and further from things that we've done, leaving them one by one. And we have just begun, watching the river run. Listening and learning and yearning to run, river, run. And it goes on and on, watching the river run. Further and further from things that we've done, leaving the past behind. And we have just begun, watching the river run. Listening and learning and yearning to run, the river run. With God we've just begun, watching the river run, moving and flowing in spirit to run, river, run. Run, river, run. Run, river, run. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And time to welcome in those little kidlets.